So I just went off on a little bit of a rant on my Instagram story, and I paused, stopped it, wrapped it up because I wanted to make a video instead. The verse that I referenced was from Isaiah originally, but it's recalled in Matthew 3:3, and it says that John was a voice in the wilderness shouting, "Prepare the way for the Lord." And I mentioned how when you're in the wilderness, your voice, a single voice, can be heard a whole lot more, whereas in a crowd, a voice can kind of get drowned out. And again, I'm not trying to say like don't protest, don't join the crowds, don't join the masses. It's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is I've been a little hesitant to like post stuff because it does right now, it kind of gets drowned out. I mean, people are hearing from it everywhere, and also people who are listening aren't really listening as much as we think they are. And a lot of people are hurt, and when they're hearing you talk about these things and give your opinion, they're not trying to receive your opinion. A lot of people are just trying to think about their response or what they think of your opinion. And they're trying to judge you, and a lot of them are coming from a place of brokenness, and that's okay. But it is easy to have your voice drowned out, and I don't want my voice to be drowned out. And so just a example, my uncle passed away last year, or two years ago, I guess. And one of the things that people said about Uncle Rocky was that when he was talking, I think my dad told me this, sometimes people would be talking to him, and they'd be telling him this story and, kind of asking for advice, I guess, but filling him in on all the details. And then they'd say, "Well, what do you think? Or what are your thoughts on that?" And he'd say, "Oh, well, hold on, I need a minute. Like, I wasn't thinking about what I was going to respond. I was just listening." And I think that that's something that's really impacted me, and that's part of his legacy that lives on, is just not, learning to listen and just hear what someone is saying and hear their heart and try to seek to understand them, and then figure out what you're going to say in response. And so right now during this time, I know that people are not really listening, because people are trying to respond before you even finish what you're saying, and people are getting defensive. And so that's why, I want to be careful about what I do say or put out, because I don't want to continue to be discouraged by the response of people who aren't going to listen to what I'm saying. And so I'm not saying I shouldn't speak up. I'm not saying I'm not going to talk on this issue, but I've just been a little quieter on social media because I want to make sure that when I speak up about this, that I'm actually heard, and that people are actually listening to what I'm saying and hearing the heart behind it. And so, but I'm going to continue posting helpful fitness content. I have some ideas for practical things that I believe that God has showed me that I can do to just be a support to the community and everyone that has been, a supporter of my brand and my business during this time. I want to find a way to encourage and just infuse people with joy, even if there are a lot of reasons to not have it. That's the beauty of being a believer, is that even when situations are crummy and our surroundings are yucky, we can still have joy, because that's what God promises us, that our joy be made full. That's in the Bible. I just totally spaced on the verse, but yeah, so that's all I'm saying today. Bye guys.